Hi, Arnie. My name is Sean Everett. I am the website analysis expert over at Zucker Marketing. Thank you so much for taking Eric's call and getting giving him permission to get you an analysis of your website. It is a beautiful website. First off, things I notice is that it is really well done. You spent money on this clearly, and it is just spectacular. It's vibrant, it has good color scheme, big type. People like to click on things. You have plenty of things for them to click on. Now, as nice as it looks, that's not what I'm here about, because the nice look is sort of like going and getting a paint job at the body shop, right? It looks nice afterwards. That's great, but you also have to deal with the mechanics inside of it. And that's kind of what I'm going to talk to you about today. Because having a beautiful website will allow people the option to click, but getting them here is the trick. I'm going to show you how to do that, and how it's already in your website, what you need to do and what you need to tweak. Now, the first thing I do when analyzing a website is I look at the website, obviously. Now, the second thing I do is I go to this paid tool called Ahrefs. It gives me a bunch of the metrics of your site, which helps me determine this. I need to go and look at a map, and I see around McAllen you have Dauphin, Citrus City, Miladoce, all sorts of communities around there where people love to live, and presumably they live to live there because if they don't love it, they should move, I suppose. Oh, maybe you don't. These are in Mexico. Maybe you don't service Mexico, but any of these up here, Citrus City for sure. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is that I go and do a Google search of McAllen, Texas for roofers. Now, I'm going to have to describe a little bit about how Google works in order for you to follow where I'm going with this. And the Google algorithm determines the order of everything on a search. All of the results are the result of a Google algorithm. Now, the algorithm wants you to get the most relevant results that you can. And relevant to Google is different for you and me than you and me, because Google wants you to go to a place that has the best website. You're certainly in the running for that. It's a beautiful website. But they don't care much about if you actually have good workmanship, whether you have, good materials, whether, you're reasonably priced. None of that really matters. And to me, that's what matters when going and looking for a roofer, and not so much whether they have a beautiful website. I mean, it doesn't hurt. But so this first area here is called the map pack. They're attached to this map. And the map pack got there by going and filling out a Google business profile. Now, that's something that you can do yourself this afternoon or evening if you really want to. It's going to ask you a whole bunch of stuff like what year you started your business, and the website, and making you prove that you own the website, and what are your daily hours. There's a bunch of tick boxes. And being thorough here is something that really requires some expertise and some experience, but you could do it yourself if you want. But getting into this area is great because look how close to the top it is. Now I'm going to do a fast scroll down. Boom, bump stopped right here at related searches. Most people don't scroll down beyond that. And here you are just above it. Isn't that interesting? But let me show you, underneath the map pack, there is this company that they are at the very top of the Google search results. And this is a great place to be because you can be both here and here if you do the right things. Now, I'm going to show you their website, McAllen Valley Roofing. There they are, all waving at us. And I like your website better, to be honest, because it's about roofing. But people is okay too. I guess if you say your company is about people, that's not a bad thing to put out there, right? So the first thing I'm going to show you is that if I take your website and I copy and paste it into this word counter, what I'm going to find is that you have 688 words. That's not bad. I'm going to do the same with their website. Copy and paste into this other word counter. They have 992. Now, at the very least, what you need to do is beat your competitors. And at this point, you're about 300 behind, right? 310. So what you want to do is get more words on your homepage. Now, Google wants you to have 1,500 words. So you are behind the eight ball about 820 words. But the words matter. The words matter. The way in which they're used and what words they are matter. Because Google has a list of words that it expects to have on your website. Because when you type this, McAllen, Texas Roofers, it looks at absolutely every website that comes up as a result of this search. And that is anybody that has these words in it. And then they take all of the words from those websites, strip them out, and see which one has the most number of occurrences, and then second and third. Those become your keywords. Now, keywords are important. That's what I was talking about. All words are not equal. Let me show you. You have 155 keywords in your web search, in your web pages, excuse me. And your competitor here, McAllen, has 683. Again, an algorithm is just a mathematical construct. It is looking for the most. More is better where it's concerned. They have 683 more keywords and phrases than zero, and you have 155. So they win in this little battle of the Google algorithm. Now, the next thing I'm going to have you look at is what their keywords are. Tile roof, clay tile roof, PVC roofing, what was that, stone-coated steel roofing, all sorts of things that are part of your industry. I don't know what all of these mean necessarily because it's not my industry, but you probably do. You could probably sit around with your coworkers and figure out what all the keywords are quite easily. TPO, McAllen. Now, they mentioned McAllen, Texas here, and Padre Island. And I, on the map here, I see that there are these other communities, and I mentioned that people like living there. You could be the best roofer in Lahoma. You could be the best roofer in Evergreen. Because if you put it on your website and say it, that makes it so to the Google algorithm. So anybody who's an Evergreen that likes to hire and buy local, they're going to see that you are their local roofer and give you a call if that's what you have on your website. Now, the reverse is true also. If you don't have that you are the roofer in Evergreen, you're not going to show up in that search. And that is true for all the other keywords that exist. If it's not on your website, it's not going to show up. A lot of places have roofing companies. Where did I just see that? I just saw it splash by. There we go. Roofing financing companies. Well, companies is the word that I'm focusing on there because that's the plural of company. Now, an algorithm doesn't know singular and plural. You have to put it on your website. Company, companies, right? So that it knows the difference. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you are your backlinks. Your backlinks are where you are referred to on a different website with your link in it, like the yellowpages.com, for instance, so that somebody will go there. They, oh, there's a lot of roofers here. I'm going to go in here and look, and then I'm going to click and get back to your site, the backlink. So backlinks are important. You have 137, and your competitor has 469. Again, they win. And these are their backlinks. Hitena blog, I don't know what that is, but apparently it's highly rated, so that's a good one to be on. PR Web, they had some PR thing done for them. Crunchbase, expertise.com, yellowpages.com. You can see it's just a bunch of lists. Oh, they lost those two. They're not on there anymore. Good opportunity for you to get on porch.com. I noticed that they are not on Angie's List because Angie's List is rated at a 91. You can beat them quite readily because they have what, 5, 6 rated in the 90s here. That's the most optimal. Finding sites that are rated in the 90s. Anything from 70 on up. They don't have that many 70 up. You can overtake them without having to beat the number of backlinks that they have. You can overtake them by having more relevant backlinks. And relevant, remember, is a term that Google owns, so relevant to its algorithm. Now, here's where the rubber meets the road. I'm going to show you that this number, 155, and this number, 137, resulted in 78 clicks to your website last month. You could say, oh, that's not bad. Let me show you what your competitor had. 736. So essentially 10 times the amount of clicks to their website than to yours. And that means 10 times the amount of requested estimates, 10 times the amount of potential customers, and potentially 10 times the amount of money. And that's all because of their placement in this search results right there at the top. You're not far from the top. So at this point, it's just a case of a little tweaks to get up there. And as you can see from the proof of it here in the tool that I use, it has a value. Their 736 is worth $2,400 per click, and yours is worth $257 per click. So you can have this money coming into your pocket. Now, this is a special tool that I use, and it makes the job a lot easier of figuring all this stuff out. Like I said, making a beautiful website is the job of the body shop painter, and we are the mechanics. We know what needs to go inside so that people will come to your website. Getting them here is more of the battle. So if you would rather spend more time putting on these beautiful roofs and digging around in the guts of your website, this is an opportunity for you to give Eric a call and see how he can help you out. He'd be happy to guide you through the next steps. Listen, I hope I've given you some good tips. I hope I've been helpful. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.